Assalamu alaikum everyone. In today's lecture video we are going to discuss about The Tempest, written by William Shakespeare, from English Masters Final Year. The Tempest is a comedy with an atmosphere resembling that of a fairy tale. It is among Shakespeare's most mature and most admired play. It was written probably in 1611, first performed probably in November 1, 1611 at Whitehall, English Royal Palace by the King Players, past printing in 1623 as a part of the first folio at first authorized collection of Shakespeare's play. Sources. The main sources of the play have not been fully established. Possible sources include on an account of the wreck of the sea Banshee in the Barmaids in 1609, a discovery of Barmaids by Sylvester Jordan, a tree repertory of the wreck and redemption of Sir Thomas Gates upon and from the islands of the Bermudas, written in 1610 and published in 1625. Comedy of the Beautiful Celia, 1600 to 1605, a German drama by Jacob Ayer, New and Large Discourse of the Travel of Sir Anthony Shelley, Night by William Parry, essay by Montaigne. Setting. The Tempest begins at the sea on a foundering ship. The rest of the action takes place on an island. A strong evidence suggests that the island Shakespeare had in mind was a fictionalized Mediterranean version of an island in the Bermudas. Title. How do we account for the title of the play, The Tempest? This was a sea, a storm or tempest in the play rises and is over in the first scene of the Act 1. There is nothing left of the tempest during the action of the play, yet Shakespeare has called the play The Tempest. Although most of the critics have accepted the title of the play as it is, there are a few exceptions that which the play should have been named Prospero, as the entire action of the play moves round the figure of him. Some might aver The Tempest is not a good title because a tempest is suggestive of death and destruction. There is no death or destruction in the play. The passengers remain safe, even the ship remains whole and safe. The action of the play follows the storm. So better title would be After the Tempest. But would such a title be poetic? It would certainly be dull and prosaic. It may also be borne in the mind that the storm is not a natured event. It is raised by Prospero by his magic art for certain purpose, and the storm ceases and there is calmness. The storm in The Tempest has no destructive effects. On the other hand, it is beneficent and benevolent storm. The action of the play results from tempest. Chance plays Othello and King Lear. Shakespeare uses a storm as a means of cutting the characters off from the places and people with whom they were familiar, thus making them re-examine with relationships. The Tempest uses similar technique. It cuts the characters off from the nature world and places them on mysterious island where love and reconciliation are magically allowed to conquer hatred and envy. The title therefore refers not only to the physical storm that occurs in the first scene of the play, but to the turbulent passion of the characters, passion which, like the storm, are magically transformed into the promise of peace and with which the play ends.